We here at Bobchat like to think we help shape our nation's youth, but unless you want your children to grow up like us, we suggest only listening with other inebriated adults.
The world is your oyster. Make meat and fuck it. It's Bobchat, baby.
And we're just sitting here, cranking a few beers, hacking a couple darts, and shooting the shit, you know?
Delicious. So yeah, I'm 15% water and 85% Lord of the Rings references. So anyone that's listened to Bobchat knows that. And by the way, it is Bobchat. It's another episode of Bobchat. We are here. The laugh you heard was from a good friend of Bob's, Mr. Spencer. How are you, buddy? What's going on?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing tonight?
I'm great. I'm doing awesome. I'm so happy that we're finally doing this. We've been talking about doing a podcast for a while.
Oh, yeah.
We're making it happen. We have another joint venture that we are going to undertake. We're going to talk about that later in the episode. But yeah, we haven't really known each other that long, I guess. We don't even really know each other that well. We met through a mutual friend, mutual friends, Spence and Griffin. Everybody knows Spence and Griffin. They've been on a ton of episodes. The last one was 47, Tacos 101. Griffin's like a pioneer of Bobchat, so that is how we know each other, through those guys.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so how you doing?
I'm so good. How are you doing tonight?
Honestly, I'm doing okay. It's currently a Saturday. My kids are sleeping. My wife is at home. She's not mad at me for being here. It's
always good.
Yeah, I had a great weekend. My dad came by today, visit the kids. I'm having a beer. I'm a little stoned. So, life's pretty good. I'm not mad about it.
Life is solid.
Yes. Yeah, and I want to get to know you a little bit better, and that's sort of why I wanted us to do this. So tell me first, how do you know those guys? How did you meet those guys?
Oh, my God. So I actually met Spence first when I was in about grade 6, grade 7.
Oh, yeah?
And he was popping off back and forth between Mexico at the time, so I wasn't, seeing him a ton.
Yeah.
So, for the winters, he'd be completely gone, but then he'd come back and he's like, oh, I'm back, bitches.
I'm back, bitches.
So he was, kind of, what do you call it?
A world traveler.
Also,
he's a seasonal friend.
No, Snowbird. That's what. Yeah. He's a snowbird.
I wish we had the rights to Anne Murray. We would play. Do you know that song, Snowbird by Anne Murray?
No.
Oh, do you know who Anne Murray is?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's Canadian. Yeah, she has a song. Spread your tiny wings and fly away. Anyways, it's a classic. I'm gonna play it for you later. We don't have the rights. We can't play it on Bobchat. But yeah, so that's cool. So you've known him for a long time.
Oh yeah. So grade 6, grade 7, we were chatting a lot, and he's just a year under me.
Yeah.
And then his brother is 2 years ahead of me.
Oh, right? Okay. So how old are you?
I'm currently 26, about to turn 27.
Oh, shit. I feel like an old-ass man. I'm 30, dude. Is that
That's
crazy?
all right.
I know, and I'm married. I have 2 kids. You're married as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Sarah is her name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're married. You have 2 dogs. You got a nice place. So things are looking up. Life's good. And
good.
Your wife is a manager at a marijuana dispensary.
Yeah.
That's probably awesome.
Oh, it's you get to try whatever you want.
Yeah. It's that's her work. She's like, we need you to, can you take this home to your husband? We need someone to test this.
Yeah. Well, for them, it's just give me the tasting notes. Give me the tasting notes. That's what they're always saying, right? So they actually encourage you to try it, especially when new stuff comes out.
Because if you think about it, when you go into the store, right, you're you want someone that's knowledgeable and that knows what they're talking about. You want to say, hey, I want to try this. What's the high like? What's the flavor like?
Absolutely.
Right? So it's somebody that's they need to be a connoisseur, right? That's
Connoisseur.
A connoisseur. Hey!
Or
that was a high five on the pod.
what they like to call themselves are bud tenders.
Bud tenders, yes.
Yeah. But have you ever heard of the Niagara, or not Niagara Falls? I think it's not Port Stanley, but
is it another
the other really big beach?
Grand Bend.
Yeah, Grand Bend. There is a cannabis lounge there.
Oh, no shit.
Where you can, it's like BYOB, but instead of BYOB as in booze, it's bud.
Yes.
Right?
Love it.
And they have
Canada.
I think smokable like glass you can rent, and it's all clean and fresh,
Yes.
ready for you to go there. And you just it's
That's
like
amazing.
it's like a lounge where you can meet other stoners and
Yeah.
like play board games and eat
You
food.
pay like $15 to get in. They have like bongs you can rent. They got board games.
Yeah,
whatever, right?
yeah. I haven't checked it out yet, but it'd be like such a treat to go and see
Oh,
what that's like.
absolutely. Let's go. So, for people that are listening that don't know, Grand Bend, we're currently in London, Ontario. Grand Bend's about an hour away from here.
Yeah, it's not too far.
Kind of like a summer beach spot people go to. They got a nice strip, nice beach, whatever, and apparently they have a weed cafe. So, I mean, let's go.
Yeah.
And for other people that don't know, if you listen to Bobchat and you're not in Canada, which actually we have 33% of our listeners are in America. We got 3% listeners in Germany. What's up, everyone in Germany? What's going on? I have one friend that lives there, but there's no way he's 3%. Like, he must be telling people. He's like, this shit is Wonder Bar, guys. You got to check it out. But yeah, so if people don't know, marijuana is legal in Canada. I mean, somehow we end up talking about that every episode, but it is. So yeah, you can go to this place and rent fucking bongs and get stoned. I love that.
Yeah. And
Amazing.
I think it only started about like 2 or 3 years ago. Like probably like the
Yeah.
second, if not third or fourth year, cannabis was legalized after.
You see, and you know what's crazy about that is that there used to be such like a gray area for that kind of thing. Because I remember, dude, like 2012 going to Toronto, and there was a spot like that where you could go in, you could rent a bong or a zong or whatever you wanted, right? And then you could literally, as long as you brought your own dope, you could blaze up. And like even before it was legalized, there was places selling weed because it was such a gray area.
The legacy stores.
The legacy stores, yes,
Yeah.
that were already in business prior to federal legalization, and they were selling weed. And I remember my buddy Matt Brenneman, who used to live with me. Actually, me, and Matt and Griffin all lived together at the same time.
Oh, that's
he
crazy.
worked at the one right downtown by where Molly Bloom's is, by the tracks there, right by the piercing place.
Yeah.
He worked there, and like, dude, they got raided like 4 times. And he'd come home and be like, "Yeah, we got raided today." Be like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Well, I think we're gonna go back to work on Saturday." And I'm like, "Okay,
That's
okay."
insane.
Yeah. Like cops bursting in, like shutting them down. And they would just open up again. They pay the fine, they'd open up again. Because at that point, like now, you drive, like we live in a pretty populous city, right? Like over 400,000 people.
We're nearly at the 500,000 mark. Like when the students are all here, it's
Yes.
sitting like right below 480, 490.
Yeah, that's crazy because we have like one of the best universities in Canada in our city, right? So we get like an influx of like 60,000 people every year.
60, sometimes 80, 90,000 students.
Yeah, cramming the bars full. Fuck you! I want to get drunk on a Saturday night. I can't even get the goddamn bar. But now, like, we have, like, for American listeners, and, like, we have, like, a marijuana store, like, a fucking, like, Tim Hortons, which is, like, your Dunkin' Donuts. It's on, like, every corner. There's weed shops fucking everywhere, right? And back then, though, when this was happening, there was only, like, 2 in the city.
Yeah, because they didn't want to hand out the licenses so fast. Like, when legalization first hit, at least our area, Ontario,
Yeah.
it was crazy because it was like every city was like lotteried off for like, oh, you can only have 2 or 4 or 5 or
Yes.
10 locations in your whole city
Which is crazy.
for the first year.
Yeah.
For the first year.
Well, but that's the thing, though. You involve the federal government in anything, it's going to get fucking messy.
It's pretty messy.
Yeah, Spencer has the inside track. He's like, my wife is in the industry. It's messy. But hey, everybody loves it. I mean, like, dude, I would love to work in a weed store. That's amazing. What a dream job.
It's crazy. And you can get up in the ranks pretty quick if you want to do like more work of what you want to really do in that
Yes.
industry, right?
Yeah, right. Like I know certain, like I've heard of people like that work at the fucking grow ops that make like crazy money for like doing genetics and all that kind of shit. Like I mean, it's a science.
Oh
right?
yeah, when you're getting to extractions
Yes.
and making candies safely.
Yes. Ooh, a cat. Hello.
That's
Right.
sweetness.
Sweetness. Oh, she's very sweet. She's very soft. She reminds me of my kitty. That's crazy though. So what do? You're a mechanic, right, by trade?
Mechanic since I was well, my the way it goes is my dad he started mechanics when he was 8.
Oh, really? 8?
Yeah, and
Wow.
when his father or stepfather was teaching him at the time, he was 10 when he learned.
Okay.
So my dad looked at me and he's like, "Fuck that! He's gonna be 4 and he needs to know everything."
Yeah, every generation we knock 2 years off. You have a son one day. He's 2. It's time.
It's time. Let's just compound the time. He'll
Hey,
get it back.
If he can hold a wrench, he's fine.
Well, actually, actually, it wasn't just holding wrenches, more so just holding the light at the right angle for the most part.
Yeah. Yeah. If I don't hold the light right, my dad yells at me. So where do you work? You work at a garage?
Right now, I'm currently bouncing between 3, if not 4 jobs.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So my main gig is I'm a prototype battery manufacturer.
Okay. What does that mean? Explain that to me.
I think
Like, what kind of batteries? Like, are we talking like electric cars?
it's kind of like NDA stuff, so I can't talk about that too much.
Okay.
But
I signed a non-disclosure agreement.
But-
I didn't realize I'd be on Bobchat.
no, it's not that. But I can tell you what's on the website.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Just so we like, yeah, you got to explain to me because I have no idea what that means.
Okay, so so right now, our company's called Power.
Okay.
And I'm part of the fabrication team, so I make all the parts for the battery itself.
Like, are we talking like lithium batteries for like?
No. So what we make is called a galvanic generator.
Okay, cool.
And what I can say is it's a battery with aluminum and air, and that's pretty much all I can say.
Okay, that's cool though. I mean, that's very mysterious.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a one shot, and then you gotta set up everything again.
Okay.
Yeah, so
All
I
right.
think that's as far as I could go with that. Yeah. Because that's everything that should be on the front of the website.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's totally fair. Like, I told Spencer before we started, if there's anything you don't want to talk about, just say, Bob, I don't want to talk about this.
Yeah.
But especially if you signed an NDA, I totally get it.
Yep. So my second gig is actually the garage I've been working at since, actually, like when we moved to London, it was the first garage I'd ever been in.
So where did you live before?
When we first moved to London, we lived off like Ashland Ave.
Oh yes. Okay.
But before we had an apartment, we lived outside this garage at the outside in a motorhome for about 3 months before we could find an apartment here in London.
No
When I was 3 years old,
yeah.
in this garage I currently work in, I was running around in my diapers.
No shit. Eh?
So I was at 3. I was running around in my diapers in the same shop I currently work at right now.
That's cool as fuck.
And the paint of the shop hasn't changed. It's the same salmon pink.
Really?
Right? Yeah, and the shop is Mr. Freeze.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So if you ever need any heating or AC
Yes.
knowledge or
Mr.
any general maintenance,
Yes.
you go to Mr. Freeze. He'll help you out.
I'm just gonna come directly to you.
Yeah.
I saw this funny meme, and when you open that beer, I want you to do it into the microphone for posterity.
Cheers, everyone.
Hold on, wait. Yeah, hold on 1 sec. So I saw this funny meme, and it was like God talking to a salmon, and it was like, "Yeah, we made a color for you," and the salmon's like, "On the outside, right? The outside color, right?" Yeah. Ready? Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Bobchat Podcast, brought to you by Bush Latte. It always goes down smooth, just like Bobchat.
I don't know. It's can't open a bush on the show and not do that. So that's cool. So job number 2, working in the same garage. So now, does your old man work there still too?
No. I'm just really good friends with all the mechanics that work there.
Okay, cool.
So
you've known them since you were a baby.
Well, not those mechanics. I actually met the mechanics I work with right now when I was about 13, 14.
Okay, cool.
And I've been working with them since around that age.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. So what's so that's job number 2. I can't believe you have 4 jobs.
Yeah.
I have a hard enough time managing one job plus my all my shit, dude.
It's just moving around time for me, for the
Yeah,
most part.
yeah,
Just
no.
like chunking time in different ways.
Thank you for fitting me in your schedule. I'll always make time for Bobchat Bob.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, what's the third job?
So the third job it's kind of like a mixed bag of beans in regards to like video production. So I own my own video production company, Spencer B Media.
Okay, cool.
And
We'll drop a link in the comments.
yeah, and so I have social media tied to it in 2 names, but
Okay.
what I have been doing is I've been filming concerts or for example, I used to do a lot of real estate videos.
Yes, I remember because you and Spence were both kind of doing that together, right?
Yeah, for a really long time, yeah.
So that's good. How's that going?
I don't have a lot of clients right now, but I'm just trying to build up myself as the main customer.
Yeah, it's
so
kind
I'm
of like
trying-
a portfolio.
Yeah, so like I have content I can show people and be like, hey, if you need this sort of work, I can do this this and this kind of video for you.
Yeah.
But more so, I want to treat myself as my main customer right now, just to see how hard I can push myself and how lean I can make my workload for it, right? Because if I start off really strong and then lean it out until it's like a point where it's just comfortable for me, or I want to get more heavy into it, I can.
Well, where it's like it gets to a point where it's not so much work, but more of like it's something that you just do.
Purely pleasure.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, purely pleasure. I love that. I'm all about the pleasures and like trust you, Spencer. Okay, so I knew you did that. So what's job number 4? I can't believe you have 4 jobs. That's crazy.
So job number 4 just started this week. My wife's like, hey, we don't have cannabis delivery drivers.
Oh, no shit.
And I just got my Subaru on the road after.
I was going to say, I've been driving because I actually
you've been driving by.
I live right around the corner from Spencer. So I frequent this road all the time because it's a good way to get to a lot of places I usually go to, right? Mm-hmm. And so I drive past and I was like, oh, there's like a new truck, there's a Subaru, there's all these vehicles in this driveway now, right? And then I saw you on Facebook, made a post, you're like, Subi's back on the road. And I was like, oh, and then I should have known. I messaged him before I came over here. I was like, is there room in your driveway for me to park? And I should have been like, Bob, you've driven past this house probably 20 times in the last month.
Yep,
you know there's no room in the driveway. So that's cool though. It's like, what do you just get like a notification on your phone and it's like, hey, come pick up the weed, go deliver it?
It's more so you have all the addresses tied to like what's on the bags, and then the person's name and number is attached, so you can just call them when you show up.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So you just go to the dispensary, you pick up like a sack of bags,
2 to 4 bags, 1 to 4 bags,
cool.
or more. Yeah.
Weed man.
So kind of like jack of all trades now.
Yeah, that's good for you, man. That's awesome. Hey, man, you're on that grind. That's what you got to do, right?
Oh yeah.
And there is something else that you do, but I want us to talk about it later in the episode because I'm very excited about it. So keep listening. We're going to get to it. I know I've already talked about it in the first couple minutes, but we're going to get there. You got to keep listening. Don't fast forward. Are you listening? Who's listening? Don't fast forward. I don't know who's listening. People in Germany, don't fast forward. But no, that's cool though, man. Good for you. So how long have you been married now?
So right now we are shy like 11 months
Oh.
and like a week or 2 away.
Wow,
because
almost.
it was like the 7th or 8th, so it was like a Monday or a Tuesday.
Yeah.
If I look at the calendar from last year, I could tell you exactly the day that it was on.
You should probably know your anniversaries.
I should.
You're, watch, a month from now, you're going to be like, oh, thank God Bob came over and he reminded me.
Reminded me of my anniversary.
Now my wife won't be mad at me. Yeah, I also got married during COVID times.
So
I got married at the courthouse. Just me, my wife, and the godparents of my kids. Because we're only allowed to have our witnesses, right? Mm-hmm. And that was it. So, and it was so dumb though, because like they let us not wear our masks when we read our vows. Like the lady is standing behind a plastic screen.
That's ridiculous.
They let us take our masks off to read our vows and to kiss because we just got married. And then I wanted us to take a picture, and she's like, "You need to put your mask on for the picture." I'm like, "What is the difference?" Anyways, we're not here to get political. That was what happened. So yeah, when's your anniversary?
So we were there for these 2 weeks in Mexico.
You got married in Mexico?
Yeah.
Tell us all about it. What happened?
So
Mexico wedding destination.
So it was 2 weeks leading up to March in February. So
were you already engaged at this point?
Yeah. So how the story goes, me and my wife were dating for about roughly 7 years.
Oh wow.
And then at the six and like 9-month mark,
yeah,
she was like, when are you gonna propose? When are you gonna propose, right? And then the months are ticking down and her birthday's ticking down, and she's like, all right, ultimatum time.
Yeah. Do you want to be with me or not? It's time.
her birthday hits, and like a month before her birthday hits, and she's like, gives me this ultimatum. She's like, by this date, please make a decision.
Yeah.
Anytime in between now and my birthday,
you need to decide.
Right? And so
I
have something really close by that I can show you how I engaged my wife. There's
actually
two items here.
Yeah, so I will do my best to describe this for you guys. Okay, so we have a wood plaque that says "Will you marry me?" with a question mark. It's beautiful. It looks like almost like a live, not really a live edge, but kind of.
So it's like a plank of wood.
A plank of wood.
And so this is the talents of my eldest sister and her husband.
Yeah.
So this is the wood from his wood shop.
Oh,
and
no
she
shit.
cut out the letters and put this on there for me.
Very cool. That's wicked.
So I had this.
What were you doing? Were you like standing in a window? You're like,
No.
will you marry me?
we were at our very first date location, which is actually not too far from here.
Classic. I love that. It's
The
like
Springbank Saturn Park, we call it, or Freeway Park, something
what'd
like
you do
that.
on your first date there? Smoke marijuana?
No. We had a picnic.
Oh, that's so romantic. I love that.
And she was so nervous she didn't eat any food, and we were just rolling around making out. And I'll show you this, and we could probably play this on the podcast if we pull it up.
Yeah.
There's a song called Drive-In, and in the song it talks about it. There's mention of our date, me being late for the drive-in because I'm on a date with the very first date with
whose
my
song
wife.
is this?
It's
So by someone you know?
me and my friends made it, and
Oh, no shit.
we had a little meme rap group called 20 Hana Productions.
Oh, I love rapping. We should do a freestyle at the end.
Freestyle at the
Oh,
end.
chilling with Spencer. I'm on the Bob Chat. My name is Vino Bob because I got it like that. Drink a couple beers and smoke a little joint. It's marijuana and it's on point. I don't know. That sounds terrible. Don't subscribe to me anymore. I'll do better after. Let me actually get high and have a couple more beers. I need a beat.
Oh yeah. Well, I can help with that. I'm a beatboxer
We'll
too.
do. Yes, are you? Let's do it after. We're gonna do it after.
Yeah.
We're gonna rap about what we're gonna do after. It's still a surprise. You have to keep listening. We want to get some meat and potatoes into this podcast before we reveal what the new venture that me and Spencer are about to undertake, which is gonna blow your mind. It's gonna be amazing. I'm so excited. I'm more excited for that than anything in my life right now, to be honest with you, bro.
Yeah, I'm so excited to show you how to do it.
Yes. No spoilers. Awesome. So you're just a hopeless romantic then, eh?
Yeah,
I love that.
I can keep talking about the engagement.
Yeah,
process.
please. Yeah, tell us about that. So first the first thing we have is a sign,
Yeah.
which is dope. And then what do we got? What are you holding now?
So this was a ring box I had custom 3D printed at work. I painted
Cool.
it up to this point. It's not fully finished, but I need to add a little bit to it. But it's got magnets, and it held the ring that I
That's
proposed to her
awesome.
with.
So this is basically just for people that are wanting to know. It's basically a octagon shaped.
No, hexagon.
A hexagon. Wow. I'm
Hexagon.
very good at my shapes.
Honey, right?
Honey, yeah. Shush, don't talk about it yet. We'll get there. So it's a hexagon. I can't believe I called it. What did I call it? Doesn't matter. It was
Octagon.
wrong.
Octagon.
It was wrong. Yeah, there's only 6 sides on this. I graduated high school in 4 years. I swear to God. So it's a hexagon, and it's basically black except where the corners of the hexagon are. It looks like a birch tree.
Yep.
And it's very cool. It's stuck together magnets. There's a bunch of foxes. I'm assuming that's probably Sarah, your wife's favorite animal.
No, so what I'll tell you about this is the initials you see on here are
Yep.
going to be the same initials for both of us because we have the same
No
initial.
way.
So we're combining our last names.
Oh, cool.
And the last names are Birch,
Yep.
like the trees.
Which is your last name, right? Yes.
Yep. And then Fox. So there's 6 foxes on there.
That's so cool.
And then I represent the trees, the
And
pillars, and she represents one
I love
one
that.
of one of the 5 or one of the 6 foxes on here. And
That's
then
like the sweetest thing. You're gonna make me cry.
and then the rest of the foxes that are bouncing around are potentially our kids.
Awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Me and my wife actually, we had the same initials, and her last name starts with, or not the first one. Her name is not Bob, but we had the same last name. That's what I meant. We had the same like her name was Mosley and my name was Marshall, so her initials didn't change. So not as cool. Yeah. I don't know what I'm saying. I shouldn't have got high. Just kidding. I'm always high. But yeah, so it's not as cool as that, but it was like everyone's like, "Oh, your initials didn't change." She's like, "Yeah, they didn't change. I just have a
Yeah.
different last name." But that is so sweet, man.
Yeah,
Good for you.
Thank you. I thought it was really sweet because it's just like we're combining our last names and then we end up having the exact same initials.
That's crazy. What are
Yeah.
the chances?
Yeah, so
And
it's really cool.
The only thing is, though, I don't know if you've realized this yet, though, you've set the bar very high. So come that first anniversary, you're really going to have to step up. What do you have planned? Don't say anything. She might listen. Tell me off the air.
I'll tell you off there, definitely.
That don't tell her, okay? No, but that's awesome, man. Good for you. That's great.
Thank you.
So now, did you give her that ring in Mexico?
No. The ring was given at our first date location.
Oh, okay, yes.
Where
you said that.
Where I have a song. Hopefully, I'll type it up for you.
I love this. And you were late you were supposed to go to the drive-in that evening, and then you were late because you guys were making out at the park?
Yep.
I love it.
Yep, that's what was happening.
I love it. Yes. Why are you late? Because I met my future wife. That's so awesome.
Oh, God, here it is.
What is this, on SoundCloud?
Yeah.
Of course it is. What's it called?
Spencer,
Drive-In.
I'm on a date. Come on, we gotta go.
Yeah. Ooh. I'm feeling it. Is that a car crashing?
It's all car noises.
Yes, I love it. Are you rapping first?
I don't think I rap. I think I'm just the chorus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the hook, that's the best part.
Yeah.
And your drinks and your ball. Pack up, put your pillows and your blanket in the back of the truck.
Oh.
Pedal to the metal, we don't want to get stuck. It's a drive no other with the horse car. Turn up! Some pack snacks, but we pack snacks and other fresh eats. Watermelon in the back and a bag of treats. Give the Oscar some slack and enhance the beats. The movie says it starts at 8:15, but our clock stuck at 20, so we always late. Spencer's going on another date, and so Tom is getting angry, but he just gotta wait.
Ooh.
Here I come.
Yeah, we heading out to the drive-in. Turn the beats up on the radio. Johnny bought the car, so we crammed it.
I bump this.
Yeah, we heading out to the drive-in. Turn the beats up on the radio.
To the drive-in.
Car, so we crammed it. Yes, it's all together, it's time to go. Man, you really wanna know what just grinds my gears? But Spencer says be ready
Awesome.
and he is
I used to rap.
here.
I used to go by Dino Bob. I put out some music. I actually have one song that was actually fairly decent. We made a music video for.
Oh.
So what we used to do is every May 2-4, a bunch of us would go and we'd say fuck paying for a campground. We'd go down to Godridge and we go like, so if you're familiar with Godridge, you are familiar. So just for people to know, it's like it's kind of near Grand Bend. It's just this nice little quaint little area out in Ontario. The Maitland River, which is a pretty serious river in this area, runs right through there. The fishing's great.
Super rocky area.
Super rocky. It's got the cliffs. It's just beautiful, right? It's
The beaches are all stone, and it's a huge salt mine kind of area too.
Honestly, if you want to do shrooms, great place to go. I'm serious, man. I've done a lot of shrooms down by that river. So we go May 2-4, and I was like, we would just go, and in Canada, we have a thing called Crown Lands, for people that aren't aware, and basically, the definition of Crown Land is land that is owned by the government, so it's basically public property, right? So you can just, like, out in Alberta and stuff, like, there's not much in Ontario unless you go pretty far north.
Really far north,
But you can just go camp there for free. It's all basically wilderness, so. But there's a stipulation in the law that within 100 feet of a waterway is deemed Crown land, right? Or maybe it's 50 feet, whatever it is. Close enough you can camp. So we would go camp down by the river because this time of year it was a floodplain. So the river would shallow up. And it would leave about 20, 25 feet, 30 feet of floodplain. So what we would do is we go down there, pick rocks for like a half an hour. We'd dig out a fire pit. We'd smooth out some spots for our tents. And we would literally camp like directly next to the river. And it was amazing. Like, we take a beer pong table, and we had 10, 12 of us. You walk down the river into the woods. There's like fucking wild trilliums growing everywhere.
I love seeing trilliums.
Me too. Dude, I have 2 trillium tattoos right there.
No way.
Yeah, so for people that don't know, trillium is the provincial flower of the province of Ontario. So it's just like a 3-leaf white flower with a yellow bulb in the middle, and actually they can be pink as well too.
You're inspiring me to get the Ontario honey symbol tattooed, because it's just the same 3 leaves, but it's instead of the leaves, it's 3 hexagons.
I want to know why you love honey. I'm gonna ask you after. I know why you know.
Oh, there's a long story for that one.
I don't want the listeners to know yet. We're gonna get there. If you're still listening, I know some of you are. We're gonna get there. I promise. Don't fast forward. But we camped there, and like, dude, it was amazing. I don't know why. Oh, so yeah, the music video. That's why I was telling this.
Yeah.
I'm a dad now. I'm dad brain. I've been like kids all day. I'm like, am I talking to an adult? This is really nice.
Yep.
The first time today. So yeah, I was like, okay, I got this song. It's called Blunt Ash and Empty Casings. I was like, I want to shoot a video. So we took like a fucking handy cam. We had a couple of camcorders. We basically shot like an entire music video of us like camping down by the river.
That is dope.
It's banger, dude. I gotta show you. I'll show you after, and
Yeah.
I'll post a link
Yeah.
to it if anybody wants to check it out. It's actually fire. It's got like 500 views on YouTube, so pretty good. I'm only about 400 of those. Yeah, maybe I'll show you a clip of the song. Actually, if we're gonna show clips of rap songs, I got you, bro.
Sure.
But yeah, we basically shot it all ourselves, and it was just amazing. Because I love camping. Do you like camping?
I am a camping fanatic.
Are you?
Yeah, I love it.
I just love being outdoors, man. Like, I'm about, like, because I hunt, right? And I go fishing, and I'm just about it.
It's so relaxing to just disconnect from everything.
Absolutely.
Once in a while. Like, you don't need to do it like an abundance of time, but like if you got a good chunk of time to spend camping, you totally should do it.
Absolutely. I was gonna bring you some deer meat, and I totally forgot. I got a deer roast for you at home.
Oh wow.
So it's not like you're far. You're like you literally live 2 minutes away from me.
I love eating deer.
Yes. So we've gone through so I shot deer for the first time actually.
I saw the
in November.
pictures.
Yeah,
I
it
saw
wasn't
the
the biggest deer.
That doesn't matter.
But Buddy also has so much stockpile. Like, so he gave me a fuck ton. He sent me home with like a laundry basket full of deer meat. Like maybe a quarter of that was because me and him split my deer because whoever's hunting that day gets part of the animal.
Oh.
So, but he sent me home with a fucking laundry. Dude, we've been eating like kings. Like,
oh my god.
I'm like, I hope my kids like venison because that's all they're fucking eating for the next 6 months.
It's really healthy though. That
Oh,
meat.
dude, it's so natural, man. Like,
There's nothing extra added.
nothing, dude. I literally, I shot that animal. I gutted it, skinned it, and butchered it like within 24 hours.
Was there any part that was difficult for you doing that?
Not really.
No?
Not really, because I've been hunting for like a number of years now. I've shot turkey, I've shot ducks, I've shot geese, I've shot rabbits, squirrels.
So you're well seasoned.
Well seasoned, yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love that, yeah. But a deer was just always on my bucket list. Like, I wanted to get a deer, and I'm out like just not only for like the thrill of that hunt, but like for out of necessity and sustenance. Because I'm like, look, I just filled my freezer.
Yeah.
Right?
Spence and Griff described it to me, and they're just like, when the organs get to the size where they're bigger than the inside of your own body,
Yeah.
that's when it gets a little bit freaky. But
Yeah.
I don't know how I would get about that, or like get across that, because my mom's Filipino, my dad's English, but
Yeah.
my mom, she'll hunt, kill anything.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she's just licking her lips while the blood's like dripping off the animal, right? But I have a funny story.
Yeah, tell us.
So
I'll show you my rap song after. We'll put it on after. Tell me the story.
So, my dad and my mom, myself, and my sister are in the Philippines, and my mom and dad are getting a pig ready to be prepared, and my dad's hanging out with this pig all day, and he's like, "Oh, why are you feeding it all this nice food? It's perfectly good food. Like none of it's rotten. Seasoning it from the inside out, right?"
I love that. Yes.
And my dad's like, he's like so happy. He's like made best friends with his pig. He's like, oh,
He named it.
Yeah, he almost named it at this point. And my dad's like, oh man, I can't wait to hang out with his pig tomorrow, right? And he didn't pick up on it that they were gonna cook that pig that he was feeding, right?
Yeah, he's gonna like walk into dinner the next day and be like, "Oh, this is really good." I'm like, "Yeah, that's Henry."
And so my dad finished feeding the pig, and like lunchtime hits,
Yeah.
right? And my dad's like, "Oh, where'd the pig go?" And my mom's got it with like a lasso around its neck, ready.
Yeah.
And then she brings it to a tree that's like shaped like a Y,
Oh, okay.
like a yoke in a tree, perfectly for holding a neck,
Oh no.
right?
Yep, that's the killing tree.
Yep. And so they put a bunch of buckets or like bowls or like little kiddie pools underneath this tree.
Collect all the blood.
Collect all the blood.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, it's people. People want to be naive as to how they get their.
No,
the
you gotta collect every part of the animal.
Yes.
It's always important.
the shit that you buy in the grocery store. That animal, the life it lived, was way worse than any kind of animal that I'm either hunting or farming myself. Sorry,
Absolutely.
I gotta be an advocate because people will listen and be like, some people will be like, "Oh my god, that's terrible."
No,
I'm like,
no.
"Are you kidding me?"
I really appreciate that interjection because
absolutely.
it's just culture, right?
Absolutely.
If you're going to be shocked by it, be shocked. It's fine.
Yeah.
But it's the way the world works.
There's people all around the world that they want a chicken. Guess what? They kill a chicken.
Yep.
And that's how they eat that chicken.
Yep.
They don't go to the fucking grocery store and buy, is chicken on sale? No. You know what the chicken's not, you know what the chicken is? Chicken's alive. Now it's dead. Now you're eating it. That's the process.
Yep.
Okay. And it's lived a way better fucking life.
Oh,
than
yeah.
those farm chickens. Like, give me a break.
Yeah.
You know, people that want to shit on hunting and that kind of stuff, fuck them.
Yeah.
They have no idea.
So my mom, she gets the nicest, sharpest knife she has, slits the pig throat from the arteries on both sides.
Is your dad watching?
Yep. The whole time.
Is he sad?
My dad's fucking weeping in the corner.
No!
And my mom's just like, with a grin on her face, blood on her face, licking up the blood as it's splattering.
Oh.
Fucking a dozen kids are around or more, this pig. And my dad's just watching 12 kids or more cheering and happily like laughing that this animal is dying because they're all saying dinner, 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 right?
Dinner.
And then for the next like 4 to 6 hours, my dad had to spit roast the pig that he was just hanging out with.
That's awesome.
And they finished cooking it. Dinner hits at 8 or 9 o'clock, right?
Oh, shit.
And he's like, this is the best pig I've ever had, but I never want to see you kill an animal again.
Yes. Oh, my God. That's awesome.
So let's see that video you're going to
Yeah,
show?
do you want to... So you... we don't have to listen to the whole song, but we'll... So this is just the intro. This is a little Beano Bob action for the Bobchat listeners. Produced by Gangrene. What up? Blunt Ash and Empty Casings is the name of this song. It's the only song ever made that I felt was worthy of a video. So I'm going to put the link in there for you guys if you guys want to check that out. If you're not already aware, I do call myself Beano Barbarino. That is where that comes from. Used to be a rap star.
Life be over quick, so I keep a pack of Phillies
And always a full clip. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Blunt ash and empty cases, we see it but we faded. So give me a beat, hustling but ain't on the streets. You pick up and go.
Getting dabbed that we move in slow mo.
Twisting up in Philly, my life white, black, free Willy. She always saying that I'm silly, but she love it so really. And that's just what I need, a little love. Some music and of course my weed. I know a lot about trees. Trying to fill this blunt, somebody help me please. Come over, gang, great, bring your beats and never falling asleep. They make my brain tick, body moving and starting in my feet. Blunt ash and empty cases.
Gives me chills listening to this. Yeah, you'll recognize a bunch of people in this
Yeah, I
video.
will.
Flannery's in there. Is that your talking about Flannery?
Yeah.
Oh, you have water. Never fail. So many ducks like the breath was stale, but I ain't in the park. Where's the line of light? Fuck living in the dark. How can I finish when I'm just about to start? The people that I love, they my family, they my heart, and that's something that you can't live without. I'm a step
fire, right?
Wealth. Make my grams happy, living warm down south. Got me a house, buy my girl clothes, shoes, dresses in the blouse, so she take it off slow. I love her when she call me Beano Bob, man. She love my flows. And the Beano Bob, just a regular guy. And you say, look how should I never
Sorry for the people that aren't able to see the video. I'll post the link. Hope you're enjoying the rap song.
So this is Goderich?
Yeah, right down by the river.
The water's so clear.
So we faded, like what you make, what you created. Don't like what you got, then change it. You're not restricted, you know I gotta get it. Saying strapped and with it, got the shotty.
I actually have guns. People know that, so I'll just rap about them.
Got my guns, never by my tongue, saying what I mean, and then a little sum. I used to rock Josh all up in my gums. That part of me is done. Cases on the floor, ash on my clothes. This is how the story goes. Blunt ash and empty cases. We see it, but we faded. So we faded. Like what you make, what you created. Don't like what you got, then change it.
Yeah, cut. So what you would love about that is there's also a B, because you know some of the people in that video, and I knew you were going to know them. I figured you would know Flannery. Do you know Carrots? Josh Carrots? Maybe not, but you know Flannery anyways. So Flannery might be the only one you know. But Flannery, so what I did was I filmed, like, that's all full. Like, I just filmed for, like, I did, like, the shots I planned on. And I was like, okay, well, I want to have, like, the filler shots, right? Like, instead of just me saying the rap the whole time, I want to have those transition shots. So I just filmed, like, a B-roll for, like, the whole weekend. And I call it the B-roll, but the blunt roll, right? The blunt roll. So basically, so along with the music video, there's also, like, an 8-minute video of all the footage that was not used in the video, but plus what was used in the video, but with the natural sound. So it's like 8 minutes. So it's basically like a documentation of our entire camping trip. It's sick, dude. You gotta check it out.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna put the links in the video for you guys at home. Check that shit out. You're gonna love it. So I'm sure most people that are listening. Well, maybe not actually. I haven't actually talked about rapping in a while. Look at you bringing on my rap. I got a rap now. Let's do a rap. No, not right now. Like at some point today.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. We'll do a beat. I'll make myself sound stupid. That's fine. I mean, I already do, kind of, but... But yeah, so... Camping is amazing. We should do some... We got to do some more shit, man.
We're definitely going to.
Yes, let's go shoot guns. I'll take you to shoot guns if you want to shoot guns.
I've always wanted to do... Not... What is it called when you're doing, like, sport shooting with
Trap shooting.
No,
Skeet
like...
shooting.
With the special pistol.
The IPSC. That's what Griffin does. Like, so the international pistol, like, are you talking like John Wick training? Is that what you're talking about? Like where you run
that and the one where it's like very competitive and it's a very specialized pistol that only fits your hand.
Oh, so you're talking? Yeah, you're kind of talking like Olympic style, like sports shooting.
Is that what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, where it's like it's like professional target shooting.
And they're all like 22s, right?
Yes, yeah. There'll be like 22 250s in the rifle. Oh. So basically, for anyone that doesn't know what a 22 250 is, so the 22 is the caliber of bullet, right? So basically, if you know what a 22 is, it's about, I don't know, 2 inches tall, like a 22 LR, which stands for long rifle. Mm-hmm. So it's about, 2 inches tall with the bullet and the casing, so a very small round. Actually, the fun fact, the effective range of a 22 LR is over a mile.
What?
Yeah, so like when you shoot that, you think, oh, it's such a tiny round, but if you but that's the maximum. That's why when you go to shoot guns, when they're teaching you in the safety course, you always need to know not only what you're shooting, but what's behind it. Because
the force.
Yes, because I could pop that off, and it could potentially go a mile. And that's a tiny ass little fucking bullet, right? So a 22 250 is the bullet remains the same of a 22, but the casing now goes from like 2 inches to like fucking like 4 inches.
So way more powder in there.
Yeah, people call them like coyote rounds. So it's basically a small bullet, but it goes fast as fuck, boy.
So what's the effective range on that bigger casing?
Ooh, that's a tough. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna have to look that up. What is the effective range of a 22 250? I honestly don't even know.
Would that be nearly double?
The only reason I know the effective range of a 22 is because that's on the test.
Oh?
Yeah, it's on the test for the safety course.
Wow.
Yeah, so... But that just goes to show you, like, how dangerous guns can be, right? If in the wrong hands.
Even a really small caliber.
You got to be responsible. I can go a mile. It can go a mile. And that's like imagine shooting a fucking... Like, I shoot long guns a lot, too. Like, I take my rifles out to the gun range and stuff, and I love doing that. And I think that really helped me with deer hunting, because, like, I've been putting freedom down range through my fucking long gun for a while now. So, I'm not going to tell the story, because I told it on, like, 3 episodes ago. But I shot deer at 150 yards in the heart with a fucking muzzle loader, dude. Like, unbelievable shot. They're calling me Big Shot Bob. I don't know. You haven't heard that?
No, not yet. This is all news to me.
Yeah. So it's, it was an incredible shot. I'm not just saying that. What is the effective range of a 22 250? So, okay. So, I should be typing maximum range. Because effective range is about 500 yards, it's saying. Okay, here we go. We need to look up the ballistics of it. We're getting intense now. So a 22 250 fires at 3,670 feet per second. What? Yeah, it's not going to tell us, but, like, it literally goes, like, over 3,000 feet per second. So it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, it's a small ass bullet, but a huge fucking casing. So if anyone knows, if anyone can find that, I'm not invested enough to continue to read.
Find it all,
right now.
yeah.
But if anyone, Bobchat listeners, if you know the maximum range of a 22-250, please let us know. Spencer is dying to know. Look at him.
I know.
He's dying to know.
I'm sweating over here.
Well, it's really nice in here, actually. My house is cold as fuck right now. It's like -5 out.
You're not connected to any of the other places by you, right, for heat?
No, we have our own. But the thing about my house, and it's really pissing me off, is that we on all of the furnace pipes we have dampers, right?
Oh, so reducers basically.
But they're not labeled. So it's like, so my wife went down there because like my kid's room was kind of cold. So she's fucking around with them, and it just kind of threw off where the heat was going in the house.
Oh, so that like balances it kind of.
No, like, so so what I was trying to do is I just like crank the fucking furnace up. I need you to go to their room. I'm gonna start closing dampers. I'm trying to follow the pipe, see where they go. We'll try to get heat blast into their room, right? But it's like it takes so long for the heat to go up 2 fucking stories. It's like we've been waiting there forever. So I basically opened all of them, and I was like, okay, let's wait a half an hour, see where the heat's blowing. But like they're not labeled, so it's like,
no.
And it's almost like everything's open. I almost need to like shut off certain ones to force the air up.
Yeah, like our place is okay, but it's kind of like there's like nearly a dozen like small thin water boilers like just off the baseboard.
Really?
Yeah. Like if you look down here. Yeah. That's the style of.
Oh yeah, it's like an old baseboard heater.
Yeah, baseboard heater.
Yeah.
And it only heats up like against the wall, and then it traps at this traps upstairs, right?
Yeah.
And it's way hotter upstairs than it's downstairs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's actually here is like easier to like keep it like a little bit cooler, but upstairs is always hot.
Yeah, and that sucks when you're sleeping, right? It's like.
Not the worst if you can open the window.
Yeah, and honestly, that's kind of nice in the wintertime. Even I love it. And then you throw in a fan for a little razzle dazzle, and you're all set. So what is that? What are these coasters, by the way? I have to ask you. I'm looking at a clear acrylic coaster with some honeycomb in it. I love that.
So what
Tell
these
us about
were?
these.
So we just got a laser cutter at our workplace at Illumine
Wow,
Power.
that's sick.
And we've had it for like 3-4 months, and we got like 5 to 7 people that know how to use it right now, me included.
Yeah, you do.
And I don't have the most experience with it, but we had a bunch of scrap circles. We had 6 of them, specifically
Nice.
6.
Looks awesome.
The same amount of sides on a honeycomb.
Fuck yeah.
Full
circle.
So, full circle. Collected 6 of these scrap circles, and I was like, oh, these are like perfect to hold like a can or a water bottle.
Yeah.
Right? And so I just collected these circles till I had about 6 of them.
Awesome.
Laid them down in the laser cutter, stretched over a hexagon pattern, and then it just etched this pattern over 6 of them.
Yeah, it looks sick. It's like,
Yeah.
it's crisp, eh? This looks like something you could, like, did you buy this on Etsy?
No. If you reach down there, there's one that has the stickers on it still.
Oh, that's cool. So basically, okay.
So you see how it was etched away, right?
Yeah, that's wicked. Cool. Custom fucking honeycomb coasters.
Yeah.
And you also have a honeycomb hat on. You got the honeycomb ring on. I think it's time in the episode that we divulge what we're going to be pursuing together as a team. What are we going to be doing? Because you love honey, obviously.
I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed to the point that I have a bee tattooed on my knee.
I love it.
That's how committed I am.
You heard it here first, guys. Spencer is the bee's knees. I love that.
Oh yeah. And not only do I have the bee on my knee, my wife and I have matching bees on her knees.
I love that.
Hers is a little bit more eloquent. Mine's just got like 3 hexagons just chilling with dripping honey, but hers is like got a sun hanging out behind it or a moon.
I'm an avid Pokemon card collector. If people don't know, I have a Pokemon card for you. I'm gonna put it. Well, not with me right now, but next time I see you, I have a Pokemon card for you.
Oh, I think I know what it is.
It's a Combi. Have you ever seen that?
Oh, I think you're gonna send me Beedrill.
No. I have one that's like literally a Pokemon made of honeycombs. I'll put it in a penny sleeve and a top loader for you, and I'll even give you a little stand you can display it somewhere.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure, that'd be great.
Gotcha.
Oh, that'd be
I
solid.
love giving people Pokemon cards. Like Christmas, I was like, we're broke as fuck. I'm giving everyone Pokemon cards, and I gave people like Pokemon cards that were like kind of not necessarily their favorite Pokemon, but had some kind of correlation to them.
Yeah. Well, that kind of like perfectly rolls into what we're about to talk about.
Yes. Tell me, lay it on us. What are we doing? What are we going to be doing?
So, right after this, we're about to make some honey wine, otherwise known as mead,
Ooh.
the drink of the gods.
Yes. Mead for me lords. Oh, and come hither.
So we're going to be shooting a video on how to make your first mead,
Yes.
what you need to start it up,
Yes.
the cost, and then we're going to try some mead at the end of it and
Yes.
review what we've made.
Yes, perfect. And we are going to be pursuing a series of us making this mead from the beginning to the end.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I love it.
Oh,
I love
yeah.
it. I'm gonna have a different outfit on every time. I'm excited. I'm loving it. I'm about it. If I get to dress up, shine me up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I have a vest. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so we're gonna make some fucking mead, and we're gonna make it happen. I love that.
Oh,
So
yeah.
now, how long have you been making mead?
So, awesome story.
I love awesome stories.
So, rewind 3 years ago.
Okay.
I'm working this job I don't really like. I'm editing videos, but for not enough money for what my time's worth. Mm-hmm. And I'm working 80 hours a week and only getting paid for 40. What do you do, right?
Fuck 'em. Yeah. So
You stress out and you start drinking beer, right? Wife's like, hey, notice you've been drinking a lot of Corona lately. Why don't you make your own alcohol? I'm like, why would I do that? And she's like, it's cheaper.
Yeah.
You can control the whole process.
Yep.
It's not as much time as you think it is. And I'm like, what are you getting at? And she's like, why don't you just, like, make mead or, like, honey wine, right?
I love that. So that was her idea.
And, yeah, and she was like, it's so easy. Like, you could do it so quickly. You're so good at making things,
Yeah.
right?
Fuck yeah.
I'm like, what? There's no way you can make alcohol with fucking honey. And she's like, it's literally a 10,000-year-old beverage.
Yeah, I was gonna say people have been doing this like before Jesus.
Before Jesus, there was mead, right?
Yeah. So who do you have faith in? Mead. Anyway, so yeah,
I call that person B Jesus.
yeah. We're not very religious about Chad, but I do
No.
believe in mead though.
Yeah. And so she's like, just make honey wine. And I'm like, you can't make honey with wine. Or you can't make wine with honey. And she's like, yes, you can. Every single alcohol is fermented sugar in one form or another.
Yeah.
And I was like in denial. I was just like, my favorite thing I put in my coffee can't be.
You love honey and coffee?
Well,
I love
yeah,
that.
the
So
story-
you've loved honey then forever.
Well, it started technically 4 years ago. Like, we went on a trip to BC.
Okay.
Came back with a bunch of honey.
Cool.
And then my wife's father didn't, like, eat all the honey, so he gave it to me, and I just started having a spoonful every day, and then I started putting it in my coffee, and then my
Awesome.
wife's like, you really like in your coffee, you might like it as a fermentable sugar and alcohol.
Yes.
So let's fast forward a month later.
Okay.
I've read a book called, I have it upstairs. It's The Viking's Guide to Making Mead, something like that.
That's cool.
Right?
Yes.
Right?
That's
Or no, it's make mead like a Viking. I think that's what the book is. I can pull it out and get the right title.
Sold.
And so I read this for a month.
Yeah.
And after I got bored with reading it 2 weeks into it, I started supplementing all the information I wasn't getting from the book with YouTube videos from Homestead Meadery, Fay Wines Meadery, Man-Made Meadery, and then there's one more I can't remember the name of, but he's also pretty important on YouTube right now. There's like 4 really big guys on YouTube.
The 4 horsemen of mead.
The 4 horsemen of mead, and I want to be the 5th.
Yes.
So a month rolls by. I collect all the equipment, which only costs you about $100 for all the
Seriously?
glass, plastic,
That's not bad.
the hydrometer, everything you need to make at least 4 to 8 liters of mead will cost you $80 to $100.
Oh my god.
And then after you've made your first brew,
Yeah.
there's no recurring costs except for fruit, honey, and water.
Wow. Like I don't need another
yeast-
hobby,
and
but I love
yeast as well.
drinking. I love
Yeah.
drinking. So.
So like it was really daunting going into it because people are like, oh, mead's the most expensive brewing you can do. And I'm just like, I'm making it for like $3 to $5 a 750 ml bottle.
That's amazing.
And it's not that expensive.
Yeah, seriously. Well, and now you also locally source the honey.
Yeah,
From Clover Mead?
From Clover Mead,
Yes, which is a
Apiary.
An aviary, yes.
And it's also
Aviary, right?
Apiary.
Apiary, because
Yeah.
it's bees. Yeah.
Yeah.
very
So
cool.
it's an apiary with over, I think, like 100 or 200 million bees.
Wow.
They have 6 varietals of honey.
Wow.
And what I have over there, what we're gonna make the mead out of, is summer blossom. But my favorite honey is like a wild blueberry.
Ooh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, and I have 6 jars of it, of all the varietals of honey that they offer that you can taste test if you'd like.
Oh, we're gonna do that on the video. We got to get
yeah.
into it. We're definitely gonna try the honey that we're making the mead with. I'm so excited to make mead with you.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm like podcast and mead. I'm like, what else you want in your life, Bob?
Oh yeah.
Nothing. You have everything. The world is your oyster. Make mead and fuck it.
So the first week after that month rolls by, we have all the equipment. We bought 6 pounds of honey, which yielded us over 20% alcohol at the time, because the concentration of sugar in that honey was way higher than what we normally buy in clover mead.
So what you anticipated. So
we anticipated like 18%. But my wife made something called an Acerglyn, which is mead mixed with maple syrup.
Oh.
I made a lemon melomel.
Oh my God.
Which means honey mixed with lemon, and melomel just means fruit added into a mead.
Yeah.
And so we make this. We wait, I think it was like a month and a half, 2 months, and it finished on us.
Yeah.
I have the 2 bottles in the fridge right now.
Oh, we got to try some for sure.
Yes. And so I have a lemon melomel and a maple syrup Acerglyn, and they've been aging for 3 years.
No way. Are you serious?
They're 3 years old right now.
So now, is it like a wine then? Like how?
When
Has it been refrigerated for 3 years?
It's in this fridge right now.
It's been in there for 3 years? Like
It's been refrigerated for 3 years.
Oh my God.
Yes. So
how are you not tempted to just drink that? Like, do you see like a little
because it's
shot?
our first bottles ever.
Oh, okay.
First
Well, we
bottles
don't have
ever.
to try it.
There's enough Acerglyn I could convince my wife to
No,
try
I don't
some.
want you. I don't want to step on your toes here. I don't want to. No.
Well, we have a 5% in the fridge right now.
See,
As well.
save your special first mead you made. You know what? Maybe that's something nice that you guys do on your first anniversary.
Yeah.
You say, hey, listen, we're having some mead tonight. We're gonna
Oh,
crack this baby open.
Yeah.
Have a glass, whatever. Right? Yes, I love it.
So currently,
Bobchat Podcast brought to you by Mead and Bush Latte.
cheers,
buddy. I'm so excited to start this journey with you. Let's fucking do this. We're making fucking mead, guys. That was the surprise. We're gonna start making. Well, Spencer's been making mead. He's a seasoned vet. He's got the knowledge. You should see the fucking setup that he has here. We're doing the podcast first. We want to have a little chat, get to know each other a little bit better, hype up the video, and it's gonna be crazy. I can't wait.
It's gonna be amazing.
And wait till you see my outfits.
The crazy thing is, none of this wouldn't have happened if Sarah didn't push me that one day to be like, make it yourself.
That's awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, it all comes from that one.
That's amazing.
It stems from that one point in time where she's just like, make it yourself.
Make it yourself, yeah.
And I did, and it's like my favorite thing to do on
It's like your
earth.
best hobby, yeah.
It's my most passionate hobby.
I love that. I can sense how much passionate you are about it, and like how much love and time and effort that you put into this. And I appreciate you welcoming me in your home, allowing me to join you on this beautiful process of making the Nectar of the Gods.
Nectar of the Gods.
We're calling this episode Nectar of the Gods. I don't give a fuck. That's what we're calling it.
Oh yeah.
Yes, amazing. I love it. And my wife pushed me to be like, when I first wanted to do a podcast, she was like, yeah, do it. Like, why wouldn't you do it? Right? Look at us. We got amazing women in our lives.
Pushing us in the right way.
Pushing us in the right direction. And now we're here. It's 2023. We're drinking Bush Lattes. We're going to make some fucking mead. I love it.
Let's fucking go.
Yes. Listen. I appreciate you. I'm glad we were able to do this podcast. I'm glad we're going to start making these videos. And yeah, like, do we want to go out on a rap, or what do we want to go out on?
You wanted me to beatbox.
We could do a little one at the end. I normally throw a rap in at the end, but I actually have a pre-recorded rap I put in the end of every episode. But I'll just rap it if you give me a beat. But I first want to say, other than the fact that we're making mead, this is kind of a historical joke. Doesn't pertain to the fact that we're making mead. But I'm so tired of living like it's the 1600s. Okay, can I afford eggs at the market? Probably not. Are my friends going to die in the plague? Who knows? Puritans coming for my sinful lifestyle? Absolutely. Can I just have some modern problems? I just want some modern problems, guys. Okay? What? Like, is this the 1600s? We're making mead. It might as well be. But yeah, I love you, Spencer. Thank you. I'm excited for this journey. You guys know where to find us. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts. Tell your friends, like the post, share that shit, please, guys. Let's get Bobchat out there. Let these people know that Bobchat exists. You love it, let somebody else love it as well too. There's enough to go around for everybody. Yeah, so you want to put us on the beat?
What kind of beat are you feeling?
I don't care. I don't care. Doesn't matter. I'll just spit what I normally spit at the end.
All right.
Spencer's a beatboxer. You can't say much. Just do a beat. I'll tell you if it's okay. It'll be fine. Whatever you do will be fine. You're the best.
Okay. Usually I like to listen to a song right before I get into it.
That's me beatboxing terribly.
Yeah.
But just something like that. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do. You don't have to.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, go ahead. I want my music and my lady simple life, but not too crazy. I'm some, but I ain't shady. Fuck you if you hate me. I'm rocking the mic, cause it's Bobchat, baby. Woo! That's all I got. Peace out, you guys. We love you. Please tell your friends. Spence, you're the man. We're gonna go make some fucking mead. Look for that video. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be a series. It's gonna be popping off. I love it. It's Bobchat, baby. Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
See you guys. We'll catch you next time.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
I want my podcast and my lady simple life, but not too crazy. I'm slim, but I ain't shady. Fuck you if you hate me. I'm rocking the mic, cause it's Bobchat, baby.